Hey guys, my name is Chimangazo and welcome to my channel. I am so glad to have you here and I hope that you are subscribed. If not, please kindly do so for a dose of easy and affordable home content. Since we are going to an Easter long weekend, one of my fondest childhood memory is how my mom used to make an effort to make holidays a little extra special by doing little things. Sometimes it was picnics during the week, but often it had to do with food. Taking this into consideration, I thought this week we could do an easy buffet setup that you can try for your family this Easter weekend. Right, the first thing that you want to do is to decide on your location. You can set up your bar on the kitchen counter or a table like I am doing over here. If you are setting it up on your table, I suggest that you remove the chairs. As you can see, I have no chairs around my table. Right, you are going to want to draft a focal point, and for me it is going to be a cake stand, which I am going to elevate with this bowl. There is my base and the dome. So this is going to be the focal point. So I think that is going to be key. Decide on your focal point, and then I'm going to be using this plastics underplates that I got from China Mall, and I'm going to be using these glasses, which you can see that they are different heights, and this is to elevate each of the platters that are going to be on each stand. Although you don't have to, for your next step, or perhaps before the first step, you want to sort of decide on a color scheme. As you can see, I am using glass, I'm using white, I'm using plastic for consistency. And what I love is that my underplates along with my cake sort of have this trim that sort of looks similar. So I think if you really are somebody who's concerned about the look and feel, you want to sort of decide on a scheme of color that you want to use for your breakfast bar. I must just also mention, guys, that because I am just doing a pretend setup, it's going to be a little bit difficult to sort of come up with a look of what an actual bar should look like. But just using the food that I have in the house, I'll try my best. I think if you follow this technique and you've got all your foods and your menu drafted out, yours should be able to look better than this one. My table has a lot of space in between, but if you really want yours to look better, you want to try and fill it up as much as you can, and you can bring in a lot of little things. Like I'm now going to put in a few cups and sauces. So you want your table to look very filled so that it looks pleasing on the eye. And overall, this is just such a cool and simple idea that you can do for small parties, brides, other family get-togethers. For the purpose of this video, I'll call it a breakfast bar, but you can apply the same principle to set up any kind of food. So you could really be doing lunch. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and just show you how it should look at the end of your setup. Like on my focal point, I'm going to use cupcakes instead of a cake. So that's another way of using your cake stand. I'm just going to add roses to make it look really lovely, because I think at the end of the day, this is just supposed to look very pleasing to the eye. And so you can see I have my fruits, and now I'm going to have my lamingtons, and I've got rose petals all around. You've got your hot cross buns, which I just add grapes on the center to make it look very appealing. Even with your fruits, you want to cut them into nice little shapes and sizes, and you just also want to make sure that everything looks super clean. So be sure to just clean around once you are done before everybody comes in to enjoy the food. Your fruits once again must be cut in different shapes. I'm just going to put in the mirror to make it look a little bit filled up, because I really am worried about the gaps in between. And you can also just have all kinds of beverages. I'm just going to have juice because this is a pretend setup table. But if you are going to be doing this idea for real, it should look really, really beautiful. So here we go. I'm going to use my favorite Pep Home glasses. You guys must be tired of this. There we go. And the reason that I love using mirrors is that I love the reflection that it gives off when you are looking on the actual mirror. Okay, this is not breakfast food. It's jelly, and it's South Africa's favorite really on any given weekend or holidays. So you want to sort of go ahead and save your jellies on cups instead of like one big bowl. I have used an ice cream cup here. You want it to freeze it overnight, and the following day you can then just put in your custard and you can garnish with fruits, and the presentation looks really, really good. And you really do not have to worry about dishing for people. In this way, everyone is individually served on what you can even use one glasses. It looks absolutely amazing. So I thought I should just share with you the simple idea of serving your custard and jelly. But otherwise, this is not breakfast food, unless of course you really want to go ahead and have it for breakfast. And here's how it looks. If you want an easy tutorial on homemade platters, I have the video just for you. Check out my description box. I will also try to link it up here. This is another great way of having people, or kids more especially, to eat their fruits if you've got little rebels who don't like to have their greens and fruits. Like this is all about aesthetics. So just look at how this cupcakes look so beautiful in the cake stand with just a few roses and some strawberries. Just look how gorgeous this is. I love it, absolutely love it. I picked these roses from our garden in the morning, so you can go ahead and pick whatever plants you have in your yard. You can even put in greens here and it will look absolutely amazing. So I just basically still have this pink roses lying around, but the rest I got from our garden. And you just also, if you have like 2 roses in the house, you can just strip them off into petals and just sort of garnish like I've done with the lamingtons over here. Otherwise, if you don't have flowers or any greens in the yard, you must have candles, and you can also just put them there. You may light them up if you want, if you're going to be around the room, or you can just put them over for like a look and feel. Lighting would look better for an ambience, but I'm just obviously just putting mine over there. They're not lit up, but they still also look very good. But I also just did it because I also wanted to fill up the gaps of the spaces I have on my table. I think your tables will look so much better, since my one is just a pretend with not a lot of variety in terms of what I'm saving on the table. I do believe, however, you get an idea of what I'm sort of trying to communicate and the idea that I'm trying to share with you. So please be sure to leave a comment to say if you love this kind of videos, and if you go ahead and try out any of these ideas, I'd love to see and share your pictures on Instagram. So please be sure to tag me or send me an inbox at Chimangazo at home. And if you guys like my bowls where I have my fruits on, you need to be sure to tune in to the channel next week Tuesday for an amazing homeware haul. You guys will not believe some of the ridiculous prices of which I got those things. So please tune in next week for that haul. I'm sure some of you will be asking me how much some of these things are, like this one. This is so pretty. So tune in next week and I will be sharing with you where you can get them and for how much. Besides the crockery, I do not know if you guys can see how the white table linen is picking up on the rest of the look and feel of this table. So basically, I think this table would look so much better had I just left it a bare and my table as specifically wood. But because I've got a white tablecloth, it looks absolutely beautiful because you can immediately see and appreciate all the different colors that you have on the table. So a white tablecloth, white linen is a must have for every homemaker. Like, you can never go wrong, and of course it's just a timeless beauty. This is still available from my collection, Urangani Home Celebration Edition, where you get this white tablecloth. You will also have got a white runner and 6 satin napkins, which look absolutely beautiful, and these sell for just 250 for a whole pack. So be sure to then contact me on Instagram for a purchase of this. Look how beautiful the white tablecloth is. I think it really does make a difference, and you are able to appreciate all the colors that you can see on this table. Besides the fact that, setting up something like this will look great, and I think, something memorable for your loved ones, I think that is just also a great way to make holiday mornings easier for a family of people who don't wake up at the same time to sit for a traditional breakfast. I think it's just also a great way for you to spoil your family to a variety of foods throughout the day without slaving in the kitchen throughout the day or the holidays whenever you do decide to set it up. So you could just literally set up something like this in the morning for everyone to enjoy throughout the day at their own time while you take a nap, you read a book, or just chill. So whenever anybody wants to get up and have food, they can just come to the table and they can help themselves while you take a nap or do whatever you really want to do. I think that is just a win-win situation. Let me know if you have enjoyed this video, and if you have more video suggestions, please kindly leave them on the comments. I hope that you're going to enjoy a beautiful Easter weekend, and see you next week. Stay safe and stay blessed.